Hey everyone, in this tutorial we are going to learn how to model these parametric louvers.
Now you can download all the source files from the Patreon page and it is going to be for free for the next 6 months.
So without further ado, let's start. So I will start by going to the top view, so double click to maximize the top view, and I'm going to create a new layer. Let's name it Facade, and let's add to it few more layers. First layer I'm going to name it Curves 1, this one Curves 2, and this one Base Surface, as we're going to use flow along surface, and the third one louvers. I'm going to give this maybe a red color, and yeah, I'm going to move this up, and let's name this one surfaces. Okay, let's select this layer, so double click. I'm going to draw a curve in here, press F8 to open the ortho, and let's make the length of the curve maybe 35 meter. Click. I'm going to create few copies. So the height of the building is going to be maybe 12 meter. Let's make it like 3 floors, and floor to floor height is 4 meters, so it's going to be 12 meters. So let's get a copy here, maybe another copy here, and another copy something in here. I'm going to purge history for this object right now, so type history purge, select all this object and purge history. And let's make sure that always record history is set on from now on. So I'm going to right click here and choose always record history from here. Now I'm going to select all these curves and type rebuild. Okay, set the control point 6 and the degree to 3, it's fine. And let's now create the surface, but I'm going to use sweep to rail. So I'm going to the perspective view, and I'm going to come here and choose 3-point rectangle. Here, and you can snap to this blue line for the Z axis, or you can press Control Tab to switch to any side view and type the height you want. Let's set it maybe 0.5 meter. Now let's select this one and create copy here and here. Let's now choose scale in one direction. Let's scale it maybe something like this. The register is fine. This one, right click to bring the command again and scale it to something like this. Okay. I also want to change their height, so I'm going to select this one, also choose scale in one direction and increase the height of it to maybe 1.5 meter. And this one, maybe 1 meter. And this 1.5, maybe something like this. And for the surface, so now I'm going to create the surface. So select surface layer and type sweep to rail, or you can choose it from here. Select rail 1, rail 2, profile 1, right click to bring the command again, select rail 1, rail 2, profile. Again, sweep rail 1, rail 2, and profile. Now I'm going to go to the curves layer and look this one, select these curves and press F10. Let's switch to the wireframe. Now, if we came here and start moving this curve, something like this, as you can see, the surface will update. And so we can start adjusting our design. So I'm going to select all the curves and press F10. Let's double click to minimize the perspective view, and double click and go to the top view and start refining our design. So maybe something like this. Oh, no, I think I will go with this down. Let's go with this up, something maybe like this. And this down a little bit. This also make him down, this up, to make it something a little bit more dynamic. Switch to shaded view. Okay, there is a problem here. The height of the surface increases, and I want the height to be fixed. So I'm going to unlock the surface. Let's delete the surface for now. Let's type sweep to rail again. Select this rail, second rail, and in the profile, right click, choose surface layer, and here it should maintain height. So now the height is fixed. Press OK, and let's create the remaining surface the same method. So right click to bring the sweep to rail command again. Select rail 1, rail 2, and the profile. Right click, and make sure maintain height is checked. Right click to bring the command again. Rail 1, rail 2, and the profile. Right click, and so on. So now let's come to the curves layer, and let's load the surface. Select all these curves, press F10, and now, as you can see, if we move the curves, the height is still constant. Unless we move the curves up, something like this. But still going to be same thickness, but there's going to be some kind of rotation here, so press Ctrl Z for now. Okay, so now we are going to create the now we're going to use contour, so I'm going to just give this layer, select the curves 2, unlock this one, and select this surface, this polar surface, this one, hold shift to be able to select multiple objects at the same time. I'm going to hide our ISO curves for now, so let's come here to the properties and uncheck show ISO curves. Now type contour, or you can select it from here, which is this one. Let's create the louvers in this direction. So select this point and another point in this direction. And the spacing, now this is the spacing between the louvers. Let's keep it 0.4 or Control Z, it's so dense. So let's right click to bring the command again. Select this one by holding shift. right click, select the first point and second point for the direction. Let's make the spacing maybe 0.8. Now, yeah, I don't like it 0.8 too. It's too large, so select them again, hold shift, select all multi-objects at the same time. Let's come here, choose a contour, first point and second point for the direction. Then make it 0.6. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. Now select the louvers layer and let's give it maybe some bit color or something like this. Okay, now I want to add thickness to this curve, so I'm going to extrude them by moving them using this circle in the gimbal. And let's type the thickness, maybe 0.2 or 0.15. Now let's hide the surface layer and also this curves layer. And I want to place all these louvers into one group, so I'm going to come here, right click and choose select object, and you can group them from here or press Ctrl G. So now all the louvers are in one layer, so this can allow us to select them easily. Now here is the magic. Since we modeled everything while checking all the recorded history, if I came here and locked, let's say select the curves one layer and let's lock these louvers. Now any adjustments that I will do here, so let's select these curves and press F10 to open the control points. Any adjustment I will do here, so as you can see, the louvers will update directly. Even if I move maybe something like this, as you can see, the louver will update, and this is very, very useful when designing to be able to test different variations. Okay, now we modeled these louvers on a flat surface. Now we want to map these louvers into our design. So we're going to use flow along surface, which is this command. You can come to the help and check more details about it. It allows us to map any shape, surface, curves, or poly surface into any type of surface. And this is what we are going to use. But first, we need to create a base surface. The base surface should be covering all these louvers. So I'm going to select this layer and let's choose surface. No, not this one. Let's just choose 3-point surface. Select this point, and this one. Okay, now let's start modeling the masses. So I'm going to create a new layer and let's name it masses. And let's create a sublayer and another sublayer. The first sublayer, let's name it curves 1 or just curves. And the second layer, let's name it solid for surfaces, or yeah, one let's name it solids, and the second one let's name it surfaces. So for the first type of mass is, let's select the solid, and of course the first type of mass is going to be a box. Let's create a 3-point box. Let's set the length maybe 45 meters, the width maybe 25, and the height, let's make it something similar to this. For this one we made the height 12 meters, so let's make this one to also 12 meters. So now, to be able to use flow along surface, we need a base surface. Here is this one, and a target surface, but here we have a poly surface, not a target surface. So we can use extract surface and should make a copy and select this one, right click, but the problem is here. If I come here and hold Ctrl Shift and select this face and move it, as you can see, the poly surface or our mass will update, but the surface that we have just extracted hasn't been updated. So we can't use record the history with extract surface. So I'm going to delete this one, press Ctrl Z. So the workflow is going to be as following. We will extract we'll come here and choose duplicate edges, and we're going to extract this for edges. And let's select the surface layer. I'm going to lock this for now, or unlock it, or select these curves, and let's place them in the curves layer. Now let's select this one and lock it. So I'm going to create a, okay, first I want to show you that these curves are record history works with duplicate edges. So if I come here and select this one, as you can see, the curves will update too. So we can use these curves to create a surface. So I'm going to use sweep to rail to make sure that the surface is always going to follow these 4 edges. So type sweep to rail, select edge 1, edge 2, and rail 1, rail 2, and then profile 1, profile 2, right click. So this is going to be our target surface. So now let's come here to the louvers, unlock. Okay, so yeah, we should unlock the layer. So let's unlock this layer and keep this locked. So let's type flow along surface, or you can select it from here. Select the object to flow along surface, which is this group, then right click. Let's adjust the setting, preserve structure, set it to no. Anyway, preserve structure only works with curves and surface, so this one doesn't matter anyway. And auto adjust, set it also to no, to be able to adjust it manually by adjusting the UV of the surface. Rigid, let's set rigid to yes, and rigid group set it to no. So now let's select the base, which is this one, and then target, which is this one. Okay, now we will select this surface and let's go to the UV. Let's swap the UV, right click. So as you can see, it is adjusted. But now I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to, let's lock the facade layer and let's unlock this one. If I increase the height of this object, like this, hold Ctrl Shift, select this face and move it up, as you can see, the louvers, the height of the louvers is not going to change. The spacing between them will change. And why is this? This is because we set rigid to no. This makes it compute faster, but we only can use it if the height of the building is the same height as the louvers that we created here. But if we start making something maybe like this, as you can see, it's rigid. So it is like that Rhino only orient the louvers to this surface, but it didn't change its shape. So press Ctrl Z for now. Let's switch to the render mode to see how it looks. It looks nice anyway. But anyway, if we increase the length of the building, it will update. The spacing will start increasing and it's going to update. So okay, yeah, this is for the first mass. Let's create maybe another mass. Let's select curves. I'm going to change the color of this layer. Let's make it red maybe. I'm going to create a mass using maybe sweep. So let's draw a simple line here like this, and let's choose 3-point rectangle. Let's see the length 20 and the height, let's set it to 22, and another one with a length of maybe 40 and a height of 30. Now I want to orient this profile to this curve, so type orient on curve, or you can select it from here, which is this one. So select the object orient, which is this curve, right click, and the base point is going to be the center and the curve. Let's choose perpendicular from here. Let's place it here. Okay, Ctrl Z. I want to create a copy. So again, let's come here and choose orient on curve, select the object, right click, select the point in the middle, select the curve, check copy, set it to yes, and get a copy here, right click. Now let's select this one, right click to bring the command again, the base point is going to be the middle, and here's a curve, and make sure it's a copy, right click. Okay, so now let's choose a solid, and let's type sweep on rail 1, and profile 1, profile 2, right click. Okay, yeah, this looks okay. Let's delete for now. We can play with the setting also. Sweep on rail, select rail, profile 1, profile 2, right click. We can choose global shape bending, so these are going to be straight lines instead of curves like this. But I think I like the curves. It doesn't look bad. So let's keep it like this for now. Or yeah, let's give it something curved like this. Okay. Okay, now we want to create we're going to create a new layer, and let's name it. Let's name this one curves 3 or something. Let's give it maybe blue color. So I'm going to, as we did here, I'm going to extract a few edges to use them to, I'm going to look this one too, to use them to create a surface. So choose a duplicate edge, select this one, and this one. Right click, then choose surface, and let's look this solid for now. Type sweep to rail 1, rail 2, profile 1, profile 2, right click. And maintain height is not going to make a big difference since this is only a line, it is not a profile. And press OK. Okay, now let's unlock this facade layer. Choose flow along surface, select the object of flow along surface, which is this louvers, right click. For this one, I'm going to set rigid to no, because the height is variable, it's not constant, and it's not similar to this one anyway. So set rigid to no, and surface structure to no, auto adjust no. Okay, now select the base surface, now select the target one. And here we go, we have our louvers on our design. And also, as always, there is an amazing part. We can come here, let's select this layer and look at the remaining layers. If I came, let's look the facade layer too. If I came here and press F, let's rebuild. If I move this one like this, as you can see, the shape will update. Also, if we came here and type rebuild, and we rebuild these curves and start, I will look at these two profiles too. So we only adjust these curves. We will start moving this one. Okay, to adjust this mess, we can just reverse the direction. Okay, now it's up. We can, if we make any adjustment to these profiles, it's going to reflect here. So I can come here and scale it by -1. Let's scale this one by -1 too. So yeah, we will still need to adjust the UV of this surface. So I can come here and reverse this one like this maybe to have it up. Get the idea. We can start doing a lot of adjustment here. Also, if I start updating this profile, maybe moving this down like this, as you can see, the mass will update. can start moving this, maybe something like this. But press Ctrl Z for now. So we can maybe, if I reverse it, this one like this, maybe. Let's reverse this one. And let's reverse this one too. And let's just adjust the louvers here, reverse the V direction. Let's try to reverse the U, the V. Yeah, now it's the larger part is up. I think you get the idea. We can do a lot of adjustment. If you want to adjust the profiles, we can adjust them from here, maybe increasing this height. Yeah, this looks crazy. Press Ctrl Z. If we want to adjust the shape of the building, we can adjust it from here by moving this control point. We can add control points. So this is so crazy. Let's press Ctrl Z again. Okay, now the last thing, let's add material and then model the curtain wall. So to add material to the louvers, we can come here and apply material by layer. So click on this circle and let's come here, choose custom material. Let's name it metallic louvers maybe. Let's give it maybe some kind of gray color and I add some glossiness, some reflection, maybe something like this. And it's okay. I think I will make it maybe a little bit darker, maybe something just like this. And for the glossiness, okay, yeah, this looks okay. Okay, now remains modeling the curtain wall. So the curtain wall, to model it on something like this, we are going to use the same method. So I'm going to create a new layer here on the facade. So come here and choose new layer. Type it, name it curtain walls, and let's add sublayer and another sublayer. The first one is going to be mullions, so type mullions, and the second one, let's name it glass. Let's give this maybe some kind of dark gray color, and this one a color like this. For the mullions, I'm going to start by drawing a box, 3-point box. The height is going to be, let's say, 12 meters for now, and the length of the profile is going to be 0.1 and the height 0.2. I want it to be up, so I'm going to type -0.2. So this is our mullion, and for the glass, let's select this layer. Let's create a glass panel. Also choose 3-point box. This point, and the length let's set it to maybe just 1.5 meter, and the height 0.02. 0.02. Yeah. Let's zoom a little bit. You can hold Control and the right click to be able to zoom more. Select the object, choose move. Let's snap to the middle of this object and let's move it maybe something like this. I want to add 2 more profiles here, so let's go to the top view. Select this one, hold Alt to create a copy. Let's rotate it something like this. It broke the strip, but it doesn't matter anyway. Let's check project. Let's move it maybe something like this. So this is actually going to be 3 floors. So let's draw a reference line here, or reference line here, and another line here, and type array curve. Select this curve, right click, select this one, and set the item to 4. Yeah, so we have the 4 floors. That is 12, right? Yeah. Okay, so now select this one and let's move it something like this. And I move again. Let's move it. Press tab to fix the movement in this direction. Let's move it something like this here. And let's create another copy here and place it maybe here 0.8. Click, hold Control Shift and move these two. Select these 2 faces and move them in this direction. And press tab. Let's move them something like this. Select this one. Hold Shift. Select this one. Copy here and another one here maybe. Let's delete these curves, type Boolean difference, select the glass panel, right click, select all these profiles, right click all this object, and let's go to the properties and hide the edge curves. I think I will need to add another one in here. Type Boolean difference again. Hold Control Shift, select this one, type move. Let's move it something like this. Okay, yeah. This is our glass panel. Let's select all this object and type linear array. Let's create maybe 20 or 25 copy. This point and this point. Something maybe like this. You can create, by the way, two arrays, one for this one because the length of this building is smaller than the length of this building, but I'm not going too deep in these details in this tutorial. It's more about the technique for modeling the louver. I'm going to create another copy here. Now select this all this object and press Ctrl G to place them into one group. Let's choose the base surface layer and let's create a base surface in here. This point, 3-point surface, this point, and this point. Now the height of this curtain wall is 0.2, so I need to move this louvers 0.2. So I'm going to move this base surface. If I move this base surface down 0.2 like this, as you can see now there is a spacing here 0.2. So now let's came to the massing. Let's unlock the surface layer and type flow along surface. Select the curtain wall, select its base surface, this one, and now the target surface, this one. Okay, the orientation need to be adjusted. So select the base surface, go to the UV, and let's swap it. Right click. Okay, select it again. Right click to bring the analyze direction, and let's reverse the U or V direction. So yeah, now the louvers here are adjusted. The curtain wall is adjusted here. So now let's place curtain wall here. Again, flow along the surface, select the object, right click, select the base surface, select the target. And yeah, this one also is adjusted. We can adjust the materials of the curtain wall. Let's give the glass, click in the circle, and let's create a new material, custom. Let's name it glass one. Let's give it maybe some kind of blue color, some transparency, some glossiness, and some reflection. And for the mullions, let's come here, custom. Let's name it black mullions, and let's give it a black color. And it's okay. It's render mode, and here we go. I think it's better if it is white, so let's just name it or light gray mullion, and let's give it maybe some kind of light gray. Yeah, this looks better. Okay, but I want to test some variations, so let's come here and right click to select this curves layer. Okay, no, not the one in the masses, the one here in the louvers. So I'm going to come here and select object and go to the visibility and choose isolate. Now press F10. So let's test some crazy idea. What if we moved this, maybe something like this? I'm working with this one, so I'm going to unlock, and let's come here and let's reverse the UV. Yeah, I want this one to be something down like this. I'm going to focus on this one for now. So let's come again, select these curves and isolate. Start doing a few crazy things. Maybe come here and select all these curves. Double click to move the gumball. Let's move it maybe something in here. Double click to move this handle, and let's scale all this object, maybe something like this. And for this one also, let's go to the ghost mode. For this one, I'm going to move this. I want to move this, yeah, this point in the middle, maybe something up a little bit like this, to get some kind of more dynamic facade. It's starting to look interesting. Let's move this a little bit. Something in here, double click to move this one, start scaling them again. Yeah, this looks okay. But this part needs a little bit more adjustment. Wireframe. Maybe we can just move this to curve, something like this. We can also change the height of this part, maybe moving this point, maybe something like this. And maybe moving this point also up a little. Yeah, let's bring this down. Or maybe just a little bit up. Just need to go down. And I think I'm going to change the color of these louvers to something else. I want to see it in this one too. So let's come here, let's unlock. We'll come here and let's reverse this one. And reverse this one. So it looks more interesting in this form, by the way. And we can start also moving these profiles. So let's come. Can't I make the both of them the same orientation? What if I do this one? Look, just Control Z. We can also start moving this profiles to have something maybe smaller like this in here. So let's come here again and type right click and choose select curves and isolate and start maybe moving this like this. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. Thanks for watching and see you later.